I'm not in my work gear, just wearing normal civvies. I've come down to Coventry to see Lorraine and Nigel from Compoost Toilets. Now there's a couple of other videos with these guys on, and you know, I'm never gonna outdo the videos that have been done already by the Foxes Afloat and the Minimalist YouTube channels. If you've never heard of this company before, what I'll do is post links in the descriptions box to the videos that I watched and showed Shell and led us to then purchase this toilet. I'll put them in the description box for you to look at if you don't know anything about these guys. I'm here today with Lorraine and Nigel. It's a pleasure to meet you both. I'm here just to collect my toilet first of all, and I'm also going to look at their operation, and hopefully they'll be able to show us some new products or some changes to existing products or any new ideas that they've got, if you're happy to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, thank you. It's all Nigel now. Lorraine, you escaped.
Yeah, I'm with you all right. I'm just checking this one, it's okay.
So in here we do all of the fiberglassing, so from the gel coat to the actual matting up, and then when they release off the moulds here, then they go through into the trimming area. So they get trimmed up and polished and then sent out onto the next process.
And this is Michael.
So this is Michael.
Hey, you hit the camera, Mike.
And all of the parts all get bonded up. So all of the rails are all bonded in. Then they get texture coating on them, and then they come through to here where they are completed. With all the electrics. We've now got an alarm system on them, so that if anybody does actually overspill the bottle, there is a sensor there, so when the sensor gets wet, then it triggers this alarm, which just works on a couple of AAA batteries. And that can, if you've got Wi-Fi, you can connect that to the Wi-Fi, and it will also go to your mobile phone. If your guests end up overflowing your bottle on your toilet, then you will find out.
You'll get a notification on your phone.
Yeah.
So is that something that you've got on toilets now at the moment, or is that in the making?
That's standard on
That's standard
toilets now. Yeah. It's been about a year now, hasn't it?
Has he?
Yeah.
That's a really clever idea.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of a showroom in here, and electrics and all the electrics.
Is this where the bird's flying round?
Yeah.
Where are you?
She's made a hole in the wall, and she's gone through the wall.
Oh, there it is, that hole.
Yeah. She comes through the hole to that little gap there.
Yeah, so she's got a couple of eggs in there.
What's the name?
Shadow.
Oh.
It's a mascot.
Yeah.
It's made a little.
Oh, you got it.
You can see in the bottom she's actually laid a couple of eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh. Look how small they are. They're like little mini eggs, aren't they?
No chocolate in them.
She's not locked in.
Have you tried one, Mike?
You haven't tried them? When Nigel's wiring on the chair there, she'll sit on his head and nibble his ear.
How old is she?
About 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good as gold. You wouldn't even know she's there, honestly.
No? You're on camera.
We've got a video of Nigel sawing, and she's sitting on his arm while he's sawing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's class.
She loves you, doesn't she? Yeah. Back in then.
Oh, thanks for showing me
Yeah.
that.
That's interesting.
What happens after this, once it's all...
Well, once it's done there, then it's down to Lorraine, so she can run you through.
I'm sure not.
I mean, even then, we've been doing this Modesty cover now for a couple of years, and we haven't even got it on the website. just never had the time to do
Yeah,
it.
it's on yours, isn't it? There.
So yeah, the integrated Modesty cover is.
Because you just see the one that you're taking and out. This one here, this is yours. You've just got your little lever. You just push and pull it.
So how long have you had this addition to... Because the Foxes video is about 4 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how old the Minimalist. I think that's about
Yeah, minimalist.
2 years or something like that. Are they?
Yeah. But we haven't even advertised that. We've done nothing with it with time in it.
Yeah.
All I've seen is those 2 videos, right? And it's made me want to buy this product.
Yeah.
And it's
Brilliant,
as crazy. It's as crazy as that.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say compost toilets in general are awful, but when I've seen what they've bought, they've not bought one of your products. They've either bought something that's 200 or 300 quid, or they've made their own.
Yeah, wooden box and
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've not seen anybody that's got your product and said it's not any good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people have just literally made boxes, haven't they, and put a carbon filter on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is, and it's all solid.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It was literally those 2 videos that made us just think, well, this is cool. We don't like the idea of the cassette. We don't like the idea of having it pumped out.
Yeah, we did that on the motorhome, didn't we?
Yeah.
No.
And it's having to move your boat every time if you've got a pump out.
Yeah. So with the carbon filters, I'm assuming that tube fits onto the side.
Yeah.
It's quite bigger than I thought. I did look at the sizes on the website, but it's still a lot bigger than I thought. So what do people usually do to house them? Build boxes around them, or leave them as they are, or?
Build boxes around them, or I mean, we've got a cover now that we are producing that just saves you the hassle of having to make something up.
And that's something new that you're producing.
Yeah, Michael's got one there that needs to be trimmed up.
This hasn't been trimmed yet, it isn't finished, but that's
But it just sits up on the side of the toilet.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? That. How much are they going for?
Yeah, they're £55 then.
Are they?
Yeah, but
We've also got the option of changing the design of that, so rather than it be white, we've got like a hydro dip.
So this is a brand new thing.
Yeah.
So this is a hydro dipping
Yeah.
station.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a film of PVA, printed PVA, that when it's, I mean that's a stone effect one, and it goes on the surface of the water, has an activator sprayed over it,
Okay.
and then you just dip the product into the water and it transfers the ink, because the PVA will dissolve, transfers the ink onto the actual product.
So this is something that you're just completely experimenting with
Just
at the
playing
moment.
about with it at the moment, yeah. It's come about once again as just trying to do some bits and bobs on our boat where we've gone into porthole liners. This one hasn't worked out properly yet, but we've
That looks lovely though, doesn't it? Just the pattern
you
around
can
that.
just put different colours and designs to the boat windows, and we're in the process of making the normal windows as well.
Yeah.
Rectangular windows, so that we can have that in the fiberglass trim as well.
Yeah. And they really stand out, don't they? Like these floral
Yeah.
designs here, they're great, aren't they? How long does the whole process take? So once you've got your film in, you dip it into the tank, and then you pull it out. How long does it take to dry? And
It's strange. I mean, the biggest process is the actual spraying, because you have to spray the product before you can dip it. And the actual dipping is like literally takes less than a minute. But then you've got to wash all of the PVA slimy film, gunge off the product.
Yeah.
So that it just leaves the ink that's attached itself to the freshly painted part, and then you've got to let it dry, and then it's got to be lacquered.
yeah.
But it is as strong as as tough as the bodywork on your car.
There's even a spanner that's been tested. Look. That's cool. Like, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd want to bring all my tools. So you've got the children's tray, haven't you, as well? Is that a new thing, or?
it's something that you're just thinking about. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Put it onto an old diverter. We've got the integrated child seat as well.
That's a real good idea. And you were thinking as well, Lorraine, to put the hydrofilm print on that.
The option to just hydro dip that.
So that's just in production at the moment. You've not.
Well, it's a slightly different shape. It's not quite as big as ours.
But you've not started selling or advertising those yet. That's still in design. There we go. Hot off the press. I don't know anything about the use of this and how to what you put into it.
Probably better to have a look at what we've got in here. Yeah, so this one is it's got the medium in there, and that's what it would look like in use. That is wallpaper paste and sawdust. So it started off with 2 litres of coconut coir, and then you don't add any more to it until it needs to be emptied. And that amount of compost will be made out of 1 block of coconut coir.
So where can I buy this coconut coir?
Lorraine, you get
We
that.
got on Amazon. It's $15.99 for 6 blocks, and that 6 blocks will last you how long?
A couple, it would last you 6 months.
6 months.
That 1 block will make 9 litres of compost.
Okay.
So, using approximately 2 litres, that 1 block's going to last you around about a month.
So we have just a jug, put in a couple of jugfuls, and that's it. You're good to go until you need to empty it and start again.
That's your running costs, and that is green. I mean, that is the husk of the coconut, so it's the byproduct of the coconut that's being reused.
That's it there. That's what we buy.
6 times 9 litre. Thank you. Because that's one thing I've not seen on those videos. I've not seen you talk about what you buy, what you put into it, and how you actually use it.
Yeah.
So the 2 litres go into the bucket.
Yeah. 2 of you'll get around about a week before you need to empty it. So
Okay.
that 2 litres is going to last you about a week.
Yeah.
And then it's simply just lift it out, empty it out, put it back in. You don't have to clean the bucket every time you do that. I mean, what we would do is just once a month is to just give the bucket a bit of a clean up. Because at the end of the day, when you put your new medium on the top, then obviously it's all nice and clean again from what you can see.
Right. So once you've used it, then you press the button on the side.
Yeah, press the button on the side.
That'll stir it up.
And then that'll stir that for 20 seconds. So what we would say is, as you're about to go, then press the button. So you're stirring as you're going.
Okay. And all the smells go into obviously the carbon filter.
Yeah, on this one we've actually got it going in. We've got it going out the back, and it's coming out through the skin fitting.
Oh right. Okay.
And then the urine as well. There's no chemicals. It's just fresh urine, so you can legally pour that into the hedgerow at the side of the canal. Yeah, there are 2 fixing points. So, I mean, if you take these out,
Yeah.
I mean, we put 2 fixing points in the base of the toilet, and then there's 2 at the back.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there are 2 here,
Yeah.
which have been screwed into the wall, but it's not that difficult to get into.
No.
It's a little bit tricky, but not everybody fixes the toilet down anyway. Some people just leave it
Freestanding.
loose, and then some people might just fix a couple through the floor.
Yeah. And is the wire entry at the back? Is it?
Yeah. I mean, on this one, this one's got a lot more electrics in there because we've actually got a 24-volt converter on this one.
Okay.
So the wiring's coming
From the back.
in from the back there.
Yeah.
But we've got wiring going out there as well, because the light on the side of the toilet, we've also got an extension to this one. So if it's not going to be visible, we can supply a fly lead so it can be put somewhere else. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, like in our boat, we've actually put some undergunnel lighting in the bathroom. So
Yeah.
when the bottom needs to be emptied, then the bathroom just changes colour.
You're making compost, so if you put the amount they tell you to, then you've made it too wet. So
Right,
for
okay.
that block, we put 1.5 litres of water in that bucket, and that makes all
But
that.
that's that block, and obviously that's a 9-litre block. But if somebody's sourced somewhere else in the different size blocks, that's not necessarily going to be the same ratio of water.
Okay.
But
So-
it's a matter of making it as dry as you can.
Yeah. So 1.5 litres of water,
For that block.
then drop the block in, and it should be fine. That'll produce
And
all
so
of
just
that.
watch it. It just.
Oh, you don't have to stir it. You don't have
No,
to.
it just goes, doesn't
You
it?
can break it down a little bit, but it will just expand.
It goes, isn't it?
Okay.
Quite good to watch, isn't it?
I mean, when it's all expanded, you break it up and you'll get like dry corners to it,
Yeah.
and you're tempted to add a little bit more water to it. Well, don't. Just crumble it up and then just give it a mix up, because there's enough moisture in there for that to eventually get wet and crumble up.
Well, if you're only using it for the amount of time that you've said, it'll have the time anyway, won't it, to expand and sort itself out.
With a lady with your wife using it, there is a fine line where you have to be on the diverter.
Okay.
Did Nigel explain that bit?
I've seen it on the Foxes though.
Yeah.
Down to you.
With a lady, I thought I was doing really well at the beginning and everything was going in the bucket because I sat too far back.
Okay.
So you've got to like shuffle forward and shuffle back
Okay.
to actually use it correctly.
Right. But even being a guy, it's going to take some getting used to sitting on the toilet every time, because
Yeah.
you're so used to standing up.
Yeah. Well, you can stand up with this one with a splash screen. But what we would say is, even if you're going to have a wee, just open the cover up.
Okay. Oh, it's green. Shell's favourite colour.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's good. That's how it'll end up looking.
It's heavy as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, crikey.
And they can last up to about 2 years, depending on how much.
How many times you poo?
I mean, it's not that. A lot of people, they leave their urine bottle, and it's the urine that smells. So if you've got all that going through your carbon filter, and you leave your bottle, if you leave it on your boat, it's different because you empty your bottle all the
Yeah,
time. People
yeah.
do often, like, go away and leave their bottle, and then you come back and the carbon filter exhausts itself because it's getting rid of all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that everything's handmade and they're just doing with so much quality. There's love and care put into each model, without a doubt.
You could see that. And you learn all this off YouTube?
The fiberglassing, yeah. I haven't done any fiberglassing before.
What did you used to do?
I was a carpenter joiner.
Oh, okay.
Carpenter.
So that's where you get your perfection from then.
Yeah.
I've got my toilet. It's in the car. It's even been hand delivered to the car. That's just service with a smile as well. So we're done here, and I really appreciate everything that you've done for us. You've got this toilet made for us earlier than expected, and yeah, I'm really grateful for what you've done for us today as well, just showing us around, and it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just pulled up back at home. Toilets in the back. I even got one of the covers for the carbon filter, which has not been advertised really as such. They've managed to fix up one of those for me, so we can put that at the side of the toilet. Hopefully it will fit. It's quite heavy. I didn't expect it to be as heavy as it was. It's not like extremely heavy. It was really nice meeting Lorraine, Nigel and Michael. They're just a great team. They get on so well, and Michael was saying he worked as a building contractor, and that's all he ever knew. And he's been, I think it was last September he started at Compoost Toilets, and he says it's like the best job he's had. He loves his bosses, and he's really happy to be there. And you can just see the team spirit. They work well together. They put so much care and so much attention to detail in everything that they do. And you can see as they're talking about their products, they love what they make. They're constantly thinking as well. They were showing me a few ideas which I didn't record. It was just based on just a conversation we were having about boating and about their boat, and some of the things that Nigel's produced. It's just like they're mind blowing. He puts so much thought into it, and you can see he bounces those thoughts off Lorraine all the time. She said to me that they're constantly talking either about loos or about improving things, and they're just their heart and souls into their product and their business, which, you know, you can only commend them for that. It's fantastic to see, and it was a real pleasure to meet them. I've really appreciated all of the time that they give me as well. So thank you to Compoost Toilets. We're going to fit it, try it out. Maybe not straight away, but I've still got the shower to finish. I've got some grouting to do. We found a sofa last night, which we'll talk about more in another video. I don't know, we've got some other bits and bobs, but nothing major as such now. I've just got to pull my finger out and get the last bit of work done. We've only got, how many days? Friday today, and we're moving by next Wednesday. So we've got 5 full days after today to get completely moved out of the house, and time's ticking, pressure's on. So I'm glad that I got to meet Nigel and Lorraine at last, and I'm glad they're expanding, coming up with new things, and it's just wicked to see. Right, better get changed and get some work done. My stomach, man, it's really growling lots. After I've walked the dogs though, they need a good walk. See you in a bit.